Hey guys, I just wanted to post a quick update about the channel because I'm going to be making a couple of changes moving forward. I know that the only one who really cares about my upload schedule is me, but to those of you who might have been paying attention, you may have noticed there was no video uploaded to the Patreon last week. You know, usually I upload every other week, and then it goes on YouTube the next week. But the reason why there was no video this week is because I didn't make one. And it's not that I'm not planning to make one. It's not that I'm quitting or anything like that. It's that it just wasn't ready. And I know that that doesn't sound like a big deal, but you know, when I started this channel, I was like, yeah, I could do a video every other week. And for the most part, I think I've taken a couple of breaks of like a month at a time maybe, but for the most part, I've been able to keep up that schedule pretty consistently for the past 3 years. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, a couple of times it came down to the wire where like I was rendering a video like an hour before it was supposed to be uploaded. But, you know, for the most part, I haven't really missed. But the thing is, as I'm getting further and further down this timeline of games, you know, I'm in the late 90s now, and games are getting longer on average, even the ones that aren't RPGs. And I don't like to rush through games, especially when I have to be critical of them. I want to be thorough. I want to know, you know, everything that I could possibly talk about. I want to explore that. And what's causing me to change the upload schedule from here on out is that when I was making my Final Fantasy VIII video, and don't get me wrong, I think that's a great video. I honestly think it's one of my best videos so far, and I don't think that about every video I make. I have made some duds, but the Final Fantasy VIII video was great. But when I was playing through that game, I couldn't help but feel like I was sort of rushing to meet a deadline, and I don't ever want to have to do that. You know, I still explored the game as best as I could. I did all the side quests. I beat everything. You know, I 100%ed it. It's just that I didn't do my usual RPG shtick of like, you know, I didn't really talk to NPCs and all that stuff. And it's just, you know, I didn't miss anything vital. But I also feel like I didn't really play as much of that game as I wanted to because I had to make a deadline. A deadline that really nobody's holding me to except myself. So the thing about that is, I find that I actually work really well when I have a time limit. When I just give myself unlimited time to get something done, it just tends to not get done. But if I tell myself, oh, this has to be up next Saturday, I'm like, okay, I have to buckle down. I have to get this done now. And to a certain extent, that helps. But to another extent, it obviously leads to stuff where, you know, I feel stressed and I feel like I'm being pressured and I feel like I'm not going to make it. And so I rush. And I maybe don't do the quality control that maybe I should. All this to say, there's going to be a change to the upload schedule, and that change is these videos are going to go up when they're ready. Not every 2 weeks, not every week, not every month, when they're ready. You know, I'm going to try to get up a video a month because I have monthly subscribers, and I don't want to leave them hanging. I have people paying for my Patreon every month, and I don't want to just give them nothing. But for the most part, videos are just going to go up whenever they're ready. And what I mean by that is they're going to go up on the Patreon. The upload day is still going to be on Saturday. They're going to go up on the Patreon the Saturday after they're done. And then they're going to go on YouTube the week after, same as usual. You know, it's just not going to be like every other week, like clockwork, like it has been. You know, sometimes a game flies right by, like it's just a platformer that's just a couple levels long, and I can, you know, beat the game in a weekend and then write the script in a couple days, and then, you know, the video's up the next Saturday. So, you know, sometimes, depending on the game that's next on my list, sometimes maybe you'll get a video, you know, sometimes you'll get 4 videos a month, depending on the streak. Sometimes maybe you'll just get 1 video a month. So sometimes you'll be getting more, sometimes you'll be getting less, but the idea is that it will kind of even out, but it will also give me the, like, kind of leeway where I don't feel like I have to, you know, work myself to the bone doing this. Because the way that I've been doing this channel for 3 years now, 3 years almost, a little over 3 years, I don't know the exact number, but I essentially don't have free time anymore because I still have my day job. I still work, 5 days a week, 40, 50, 60 hours. It's long hours at my job. And then I spend all of my off hours doing YouTube, whether that means playing the game that I'm planning to make a video about or literally working on the scripts and the editing and all of that. I don't really have time to just do me stuff anymore. When it comes to this channel, it helps that, I live by myself and I don't have obligations outside of myself. Like I don't have kids or family or anything. So I have time to devote all in on a YouTube channel like this. But at the same time, I can't afford to quit my day job, And this change is mainly just to give me even just one day off a week where I just don't have to do any YouTube stuff. Because as of right now, it feels like the channel is taking up more of my mental space and mental health space than it probably should. So sorry to anybody who was like really, really, really demanding that I stick to this schedule. I don't think anybody really was. It was mainly a self-imposed thing. But yeah, I just don't want to feel pressured or rushed to, finish games in 2 weeks. But of course I feel that obligation still to my YouTube subscribers and especially to my Patreons because they're paying me every month. So I feel like I have to give them something. Can't just take their money and piss off, All this to say, this is a really long-winded way of me saying that I'm not quitting, but the channel is going to be a little more loosey-goosey, I guess, from now on. But yeah, not going to be the usual schedule. I'm just going to put out videos whenever they're done, whenever I feel satisfied with them. Could mean you're still getting 2 videos a month. Could mean you're getting more than that. Could mean you're getting less. The thing that's going to stay the same is that Patreon will always get the videos a week early. So Patreon will get them as soon as they're done. YouTube will get them the week after. All that's changing is how often that happens. And that's mainly what I wanted to let you guys know. Just rest assured I'm not quitting. At least not yet. Let's give it another 2 years. See how I feel. Thanks to all my new subscribers. I've gotten, this, I didn't blow up or anything, but the subscriber count is steady. It is, it's going up. Can't complain. I'm not Mr. Beast or anything, but I'm making it, I think. I'm going to cut that. That was stupid to say that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But also I want to bring up that I have been considering for a while, actually. It's, it's come up every once in a while. Should I maybe look into streaming at all? And, there are a couple of reasons why I haven't gotten into streaming. One of them is I don't have a setup for that. It's not even a matter of, I don't want to show my face or anything. Because, I have my real name in the credits of all my videos. If you wanted to find my face, I'm not trying to hide it. It's not, I don't need to show my face on this channel. What would that accomplish? But I don't know if I could run a streaming setup on my dinky little PC. Because I don't know if you guys know this. The games I talk about on my channel, I don't play them on emulators or on a PC. I'm playing them on console, on the original hardware. I have all these consoles that I play on. I'm not doing this. My computer is not built for gaming, is what I'm saying. So, but for streaming, it would need to be, to my understanding. The second reason I don't really stream is because with streaming, you don't just start streaming and gain an audience through streaming. Most of the biggest streamers imported their audience from other stuff they were doing. They already had an audience and then they started streaming and the audience followed. So it's I don't want to just jump into the deep end of streaming. Maybe once I hit 10 to 15k subscribers, I'm above 8k, I might consider it. Third reason, I don't want it to interfere with my YouTube output because I do genuinely love making the YouTube videos, and I honestly, streaming would not be something I would be super passionate about. I just think it could be fun, for you to see me playing the games that I'm going to talk about. That's how I would tie it back into the channel. But I also don't want the streaming to supersede my work on the channel, you know what I mean? I know that streaming is more profitable on average these days than just having a long-form video channel. But long-form videos are what I like to do, so that's what I'm going to do. I know that sounds crazy. It's why would you take the less profitable option on YouTube? But, believe it or not, that's what YouTube used to be like. People just doing cool shit because it was fun. That's crazy, I know. But As for when the next video is going to be up, probably within the next. I can't promise within the next week, but the next 2 weeks for sure. I could probably get this next video up. It's not going to be a super big or exciting one, but you know. Anyway, thanks to everybody for sticking with me. Not only my Patreon subscribers, but to all my regulars on YouTube. I really appreciate all you guys. Yeah, we're going to keep this train moving for a minute. So, you guys just keep doing what you're doing, whatever that is. Yep, we'll see you.